All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to Daily Update, my 1000 Days Challenge. This is day 527, so let's get things started. All right, so first and foremost, the traditional financial market are closed, nothing much to update. If you look in terms of crypto market wise, like what I mentioned, definitely on the bearish trend right now. You can see Bitcoin finding support over key level over here. I did mention that potentially we could form a double bottom over here. So what we potentially want to see was actually a strong bounce, something like this, but we actually didn't get it. But we did get some kind of a doji pattern, which is not exactly bearish, and goes to show there is potential sign of reversal itself. You can also see over here, there was actually a very strong, this is a bullish engulfing candlestick. And even then the volume wasn't very convincing in that sense, in which case we see further downside before we went towards the upside. So if we actually were to replicate some sort of this kind of volatility pattern, we do hope to see that we could have a very nice bounce towards the 44 to 45K region, yeah, 44.8K region, somewhere like this. If we could replicate something like that and then continue towards upside, that would be great. But potentially, people is also mentioning we can see this very big potential head and shoulder pattern that could be forming. In which case, if we do bounce up over to here and then we bounce down, then that could perhaps from the other side of the shoulder pattern itself, in which case it'll be very bearish. But of course, we will have to revisit it again. And of course, we may not have to go that high. We could even go over here, consolidate over here, and then break down. There will still be a valid head and shoulder pattern kind of setup. But for me, until the pattern is being formed and broken down, I will still lean towards a potential bounce coming soon. The question is when, the question is how. But for long-term investment wise, I definitely look to be bullish. And yes, I agree to a lot of people will be saying that Bitcoin will definitely not have the best return in the next 5 to 10 years if you're comparing it to potential alternate coins, which include Ethereum, even Solana, Cardano, Terra, FTM, AVAX, and stuff like that. But bearing in mind that if you look in terms of the risk to reward setup itself, reward-wise, Bitcoin may not be there, but risk-wise, I also do see Bitcoin having much of a lower risk in terms of the returns, so lower risk involved. So definitely, I'm still adding at the moment itself. I'm added some small position, I think 2 days back when it just dropped over here to 41,500-ish. So yeah, let's see how things goes. But definitely if it drop further, I'll be very keen to buy near the 36 to 35,000 region, somewhere along here. And then somewhere along here, the 30,000 region, I'll be keen to add as well. And finally, when we drops below near the 20,000 range mark over the 24,000 range mark, we're very keen to add in a very significant portion of my portfolio. Otherwise, that's more or less about it, because in terms of forward chart, I say it's just consolidating over here, nothing to be much of a concern about. You want some sort of a consolidation pattern over here before you enter a long or a short side trade. But you can definitely see that even with the sell-off over here, the volume is then yet picking up very strongly, as what we've seen over here. So yeah, let's see how things goes. I'm not negatively bullish or not negatively bearish in that sense. Short-term wise, we could see potential weak bounce. And until a weak bounce happen, I still lean towards some sort of bounce. I'll be looking some long setup potentially if there are on the shorter time frame, but otherwise that's more or less about it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop by your comments below. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.